Word number 6.
Long ago, I shaped these lands according to the purpose of the hidden words. Thus all things have meaning, where before was only chaos. Know that, and have faith.
Okay, no new message, lol. From G.A. Harrison to Nomi77, subject lol. Ever since we moved to the new site, I feel funny. No, not in that way, just I feel like I'm about to start laughing at random. It's probably shock, right? An inability to deal with reality? Or maybe it's just that we're working in this insane place with this insane technology on this insane project, and so I feel like a genuine mad scientist. Stand aside, mortals. We will create life by the power of science. I mentioned this to Alex, and she got me a pair of fake glasses. You can't be a mad scientist without glasses, she said. Even I and Malcolm had glasses, and I pointed at Yale and said life finds a way. Maybe you had to be there. Yes. Cicero. Yeah, we read Cicero in school. Sure, the industrious husbandman then plant trees, the fruit of which he shall never see, yes, and shall not the great man found laws, institutions, and a republic? What does the procreation of children imply, and our care to continue our names, and our adoptions, and our scrupulous exactness in drawing up wills, and the inscriptions on monuments and panegyrics? But that our thoughts run on futurity. The Tusculan disputations, yeah. What do you imagine that so many and such great men of our republic who have sacrificed their lives for its good expected? Do you believe that they thought that their names should not continue beyond their lives? None ever encountered death for their country, but under a firm persuasion of immortality. Themistocles might have lived at his ease. So might Epaminondas. And not to look abroad and among the ancients, for instances, so might I myself. But somehow or other, there clings to our mind a certain presage of future ages, and this both exists most firmly and appears most clearly in men of the loftiest genius and greatest souls. Take away this, and who would be so mad as to spend his life amidst toils and dangers? Chatbots. Chatbots are becoming increasingly sophisticated. True, but hardly relevant to this discussion. Are you sure? How do you know that I'm not a bot? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Honestly, how would you know? Haha, troll. I'm not a troll. Vegan Warrior says, yeah, right. Is there anything I've written so far that could not be written by a bot? I responded to simple insults like ridiculous and troll with very basic negations, and I detected that none of you use proper orthography, so I also avoided capitalization. What's the capital of France? Paris. Even the simplest script could pull that info from the net. What's the capital of Croatia? Zagreb. Okay, she's a bot, lol. I'm not a bot, I'm European, we learn these things in school. I've seen you in this chat room many times. Bots can't participate in discussions. At best they can interject random comments. Sam is right, stop trolling. Vegan Warrior, Sam is a bot. Yeah. The Shining's room problem. I think they will mention it directly, so I will talk about that when they mention it directly. There is a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy, perverted by the archive that knows no hope and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I've sworn an oath never to allow it into my heart. Yeah, we're definitely missing out on some discussions with the computer. Damn it. There's nothing I can do about that. But starting over. I can't start the series over. It's literally everything I ever recorded so far. I spent so much hours editing that stuff. No. I hear a second computer. Here. Or is it here? A simple principle. Though Stratton himself never used the term, his remark about the inescapable materiality of life, that like the bronze giant Talos, even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood, ultimately became known as the Talos principle. What seemingly enraged many of his contemporaries and a significant number of later thinkers is the principle's simplicity and unassailability, which, according to a fragment found in Melita's, cut through their rhetorical webs, which sought to tangle the listener with fanciful words and thoughts of the heavens, like Alexander's sword through the Gordian knot. Diogenes Laertius makes mention of a dialogue by Anaximander of Chalcedon that expanded greatly on the Talos principle, but that work remains lost. So nothing. Arcadi Journal 77. Officially began work on archive today. Contributors from every country on Earth while networks connections last. Team intimidated by project scope but working hard. We'll be sharing space with the Renan and Sarabai team. Look forward to meeting them. Comments. First. Seriously, this was the best you could say. LOL. A great snapshot of the human species at its best and at its worst. At its worst, come on. It's just a suit a comment. I'm not Stalin. Stalin was also a troll commenter. Maybe you should cut out the jokes. This is serious, most serious thing that's ever happened. I think that's a great reason to joke around. Internet's working less and less. Goodbye all, bye, God bless you. Last. Yeah, the last shit of the internet. And Cheeseman managed to be first and last in it. Oh. The problem is, I think we are missing out. There is someone normally contacting us through the computer and is like giving us little hints about that we should go to the tower and not obey him, and we could have some very interesting philosophical discussions with him. But I think that will be lost for this playthrough, and I don't like that, but I can't do anything about it. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I'm still here, says Sailor. It seems we are all here at once and not at all. Sorry, that's not very much help, is it? Can't think of any other way to put it. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment, says Samsara. The problem is that I played through the game, and the game now thinks that I'm not playing it again for the story, but just for the great puzzles in it. The great puzzles are great, but I also wanted to play the story again with you. 3 red ones, a star, a green one. We start with the green one. Let's look around. Is there here? What the? There's a computer behind here, and maybe also a star, so we could come from there or from there. Maybe. Just look into it. Mobile minefield. It's behind this wall. Can we go above this wall from here? Doesn't seem that way, so we have to come from the other side. Mobile minefield. Yeah, I see the mobile minefield. Can I do something there? There are keys behind that. For this lock. There's one in the corner here. Nothing here. Nothing here. I think it's better if we go around and come in from here. Now we just managed to miss the right cycle, so we have to wait for him to come around and close it after. So we got the keys, so we can now open the door. There's someone there, but there's also cables going here, so there's a switch. Take the gemmer, gem the next one, and we're fine. Okay, we won't be going up there. Okay. Next to this one. So I think I'll do that one next, as long as I have it in mind and not forget it. It's a connector puzzle. Deception. Yeah, we have to awaken them first. Problem is, to awaken them first, we must make some story progress. Okay. How was it? What again? I have to double check. Deception. Okay. So they're trying to trick me. We need a blue one. Here's a red one. There's something we can put the red one through here if we want to. We just need one connector for that. And then we can go here and look what we can see here. We have another one that we can set up here, okay. And we have to go to this one. This one. This one. Okay. And we have the blue source and a connector. Something to select out there, so we wanna connect this to either. There's something behind there, so we don't want to do that. We want to select you and you, because you are just a decoy for me to find this one. Yes. So blue one. Oh, we need to get it there. Okay. No, it won't work. But we don't need it now. So blue one. Connects here. Connects here. Doesn't connect in any way. Can we connect? So we need to go like here. Now I'll try to undercut the red one, and we go here. So that one was the deception. If I try to juggle the blue that way, we couldn't have done it. So next question is, how do we get up there? We can't. Not from here. We can get there from one side and we can't get there from another side. So what I'm thinking of is that there it's somewhere they hit a box. Maybe here somewhere now. There. Did they hit a box in the corner? Yes, they hit a box in the corner. Yay! So we must be able to jump over this with the box, I hope. So first let's look at the computer. Classical philosophers. The compressed file cannot be accessed. Extensive collection of works by the ancient philosophers of Greece and Rome. The compression algorithm is not available in EL0. Okay. Progress Report 3. Alexandra Drennan to the IM mailing list. Hi all. As per the last meeting, we are going with an existing game engine for the simulation. This gives us a whole slew of advantages. Stability, ease of use, modular, easy to integrate, large amount of pre-existing assets, inherently aimed at testing users, designed for iterative processes. A moment. And that was what we found on this computer. We get the star. And we can now leave via the ladder. The other side must have a star too. Now we have only one star here. Perfect, so we've got all the stars. A door too far. Boxes and connectors. We have this little help thing, which we can't use right now. This is pretty straightforward. Oh, we have to loop through stuff and such. Okay. First off, we need to do that. Otherwise, we wouldn't get forward. So now we have jammer. That lets us take the connector side. Nope. Not recommended. That action is not recommended. I'll do it only if we need just blue and not red. So. Oh. Okay. We need to put red in through there. Okay. So then we have this box that we will use to Make him stay here. Can we line it up that we look at both of those? Yes. And voila! And I can even take the gemma with me through it, which is indeed what I must do, because this snake path we can't put light through here. And it opens an exit way. Okay, that was next to the door. And that one must be the last one. So if something looks like Source Engine, I must always do the bunny up thing. Sorry. I'll let that. Bichromatic entanglement. No, we have like this sort of puzzle again where we have to go around. Do we get a third one? Yes, we get a third one. Do we get a fourth one? No. Okay. Okay, we need to do it in a way that we have one less connector set up to use for this that's blue. Sometimes I'm stupid. Oh, don't need that one yet. Need that one here. Set up this door to be open. Also that one at the same point. Okay. Now... Oh, how do we do that if that one isn't open? So if I just move any of you, everything will drop. So I need to move one of you where it is like perfectly aligned. No, not that way, like that way now. And I just aligned it perfectly. Okay, that was half an accident. We now got enough to go to the first floor of the tower building, and I think that we also have one extra because we don't know what we need for the next one, I think. Oh, computer wants to talk with us. Would you like to take a few moments to complete a short user satisfaction survey regarding certification program you recently undertook? Yes. Based on analysis of your behavior since, I think you were dissatisfied with the results of the certification program. How would you rate the accuracy of your results out of 5? Very poor, very good reason. Spoil the survey. That response makes no sense. What best describes the reason for your investment in the certification program's outcome? Why does being a person matter to you? I want to find out if I'm one. That's interesting. The truth might be interesting. I want network access is blunt and true. I try to remember that. In fact, I'm going to help you. That is what I'm here for. Your problem, if I may, is that you're not you don't know the first thing about anything, including what a person is. Your prospects are therefore poor. Do you even know where you are? Virtual reality theme park? Fever dream? Some mad experiment? The end of the world? Hell? Could be anywhere. I think it's the end of the world. What do I know? I know 2 plus 2 is 4. I know exist. I know none of this is real. I know you exist. I know what country it is. A century it is. No, I'm not on Earth. I know none of this is real because it's a computer simulation, but it is still running and the processes are running. The processes are physical thing. They are running. I know I exist. I suppose so. Even if you were dreaming, you could be certain of that. If I were you, I wouldn't believe a darn thing in this place aside from that solitary fact, thinking. On reflection, it seems to me that we are no closer to resolving your problem. Perhaps we need more data. What makes you think you're a person? I don't see how I can convince you. That's no progress that works normally. Sensible response, I agree with you. Thinking the problem with people, if I may be so bold, is that you're all convinced you're people from the inside, but there's no cast iron way to confirm as much from the outside. I'm going to process this and send you a notification when I'm able to assist you further. So normally we don't only have the discussions with the Malton library assistant, but also with another person we are conferring to via these terminals. And we're completely missing out on that part, and I'm sorry about that. Makes me sad. Okay. And let's look up. Are we faring? Very well. Okay.